I'm in Kentucky, about to head home. I thought I'd show you how I make coffee in my car. I have a 2021 Subaru Forester, and here's what it looks like in the back of my car. I have my cooler here, and here are my coffee supplies, and I use my 500-watt Jackery. The Jackery has a DC port here, 3 USBs, and the AC outlet is right there. I'm going to use this DC because that's what my water heater uses. It has this kind of an end, so let's plug that in. And that's on. So now let's go get some water. Okay, I got some water. I just put water in old iced tea. I'm going to add monk fruit sugar to my travel mug. Oh, let's get a spoon here. So this is 0 on the glycemic index, so I don't eat cane sugar. And sometimes I add cacao butter, which is an anti-inflammatory fat, and it tastes like chocolate with a little bit of monk fruit sugar, so I kind of like that. I'll put that in. Let's put this down because I forgot to get my almond milk out, which is in my cooler. I keep my almond milk in a mason jar with a lid that I bought off of Amazon. Let's put a little bit of that in. I fill my cooler with ice about every other day. This is at 57 right now, so it has to go to 99. I'm going to pause the video while we're waiting. All right, the water's heated up here to 99 and it just beat. So I've got my coffee in my French press here. I have my almond milk, monk fruit sugar, and a hunk of 100% cacao butter in there. I don't always put the cacao butter in there, but it's kind of yummy, so I did. It just happens that it's exactly the right amount of water that's in here and fits in there. So this is I'm going to let this steep for a couple of minutes. So let's pause this video again. My coffee is steeped for a few minutes. Let's go ahead and push that down. Make sure that's lined up. The cacao butter melts pretty fast. So I'm just going to leave that in there. To clean this up, I put it in my trash bag, and then I just take a paper towel and wipe out the inside. Sometimes I'll pour a little water in it and dump it out, or if I'm near somewhere. Right now I'm at my brother-in-law's house. I'll just go in and rinse this out. So there we go. There's my coffee. I'm at the end of a week-long trip, so I'm just eating what's left in my cooler. I have some falafel that I made before I left, and It's kind of crumbly right now. I can eat it without heating it at all, but since I was asked how do I cook my food, I'll show how I heat the falafel. So I'm not cooking it here, I'm just heating it. I use what's called an electric lunch box right here. You can cook in it, make scrambled eggs, or even cook raw rice. I haven't done that. I've just used it to heat things. So I'll show you how that works. This is available on Amazon. It's 2 layers. So here's the bottom layer that has a pan. And I'm going to plug this into my power source in a moment. And actually I'm just going to use that bottom layer. And then there's a top layer that has a divided pan. I'm just going to go ahead and take this part out and the top layer because I don't need all that. And let's plug it in. So plugs into the end. And then I have my jackery over here. And I'm going to plug it into the outlet here on the end. Alright, I just had to pause the video for a moment while I plugged that in and moved a couple things. I know this video is a little jiggly because I've got it connected to my car and I don't know, it's just jiggling a little, so I'll have to find another way to do that. So this works by steam, and I'm just going to put about 1/4 inch of water in the bottom here. And it's pretty level. If it's not level, then I would put some paper or a t-shirt or my cutting board, you know, something under the end to make it level. And I put the pan in. Now, like I said, I made this falafel before I left, so it's a little bit crumbly. I already sanitized my hands, so I'm just going to use my hands to put this in here. Yeah, not crumbly. It looks like that. Kind of just have crumbles left in here, so I'll just leave that. And there it is. And I put the lid on and snap it, and then I press this button. It's hard to see if it's on, but it is. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and put together the rest of my lunch here while this is heating up. It really does not take long at all. This has been steaming for maybe 2 to 3 minutes. Maybe you can see the steam coming out the top. I'm going to check to make sure it's hot, but you have to be really careful. Steam will burn. So I'm just going to unsnap that and take the lid off. And that is hot, very hot. So I'll go ahead and unplug this from the jackery and serve it up here, and I'll meet you down by the pond. I'm here at a park somewhere in Indiana. I honestly don't even know what town I'm in. I just stopped to get gas, and then I put into my GPS nearest public park, and this was it. There's some people fishing over there, and it's pleasant and shady. Okay, so here's my lunch. I'm just sitting on the bench to eat it. Right here is some lettuce that I bought in Kentucky. The falafel I brought from home, and I just now heated it up. I've got some cheese underneath it that I bought, a little bit of cheddar in Kentucky. The hummus I brought from home, it's been in my cooler. That's the last of it there. Jar of Kalamata olives, which I love. So these are still hot. These are Wasa crackers, W-A-S-A, with homemade Nutella on top. And underneath I've got some blueberries. So that's my lunch for today. I'm going to sit here and enjoy it. Cheers! Clair de Lune by Debussy. I'll just play an excerpt and then put an ending chord at the end of the excerpt. Be well. Have a great day.